Anne hasn't walked in over 20 years. Her condition, which is yet to be properly diagnosed, means she's always in pain, cold, and confined to her wheelchair.
To retain heat, you've got to generate it. And if you don't move, then you don't generate any warmth.
Anne says she's limited to how often she can use her support equipment, as the running costs are simply too high, almost triple what they used to be.
Every action becomes a transaction. If everything you do, you obsessively look at the smart meter to find out how much it's going to cost. You just end up with price tags on everything you do.
Anne isn't alone. National Energy Action estimates the energy crisis has now pushed more than 6.7 million UK households into fuel poverty. The NEA predicts this number will rise further in April to 8.4 million households when the government's energy bill support scheme comes to an end. This is why almost 100 charities and organisations have penned an open letter to the Chancellor calling for a social energy tariff to help people like Anne, who they say are in increasingly desperate situations.
In April, what's going to happen is that the support that government's been giving everybody, but particularly vulnerable households, will end. At the same time, energy prices will jump by about 40% because government will change the structure of the energy price guarantee and the price cap will go up. So we have this situation where in April, a bad situation is going to get a whole lot worse.
A government spokesperson told Sky News that we know this is a difficult time for families across the country. We are working with consumer groups and industry to assess the best long-term approach to helping vulnerable households from April. But for Sheila, that's a long way away. £184 a week only stretches so far. So she's resorted to growing her own vegetables. And to stay warm, daily runs with the dog.
I don't use any central heating at all because I simply can't afford it. If I was to use it, I would not be able to eat. In a civilised country, this should never be allowed to happen. I mean, older people we just feel like we're just dispensable with.
For now, unless anything changes, Sheila says she'll keep running. Sabah Chowdhury, Sky News.